Hey, everybody, it's Mike. I'm back. I got to get situated here. My chair is kind of falling down. And I'm ready. So let's see. What do we got? We got prayers. We got sleepovers. Yeah, I was checking some of that out. Earlier, and we're going to check out a little bit of it. El Mariachi. uh, Absolutely. And we got Nacho Libre, Namo Namaha, Vanchakalpa Trabyascha, Kripa Sindubaya Cha Evacha, Patitanam Pavanebio. Hey, I almost got it right. I was so bad at memorizing. So bad. I would just fake it a lot. I'd just listen and I would just mumble along with them. Om Angyana Timrandasya Gyanya. So, yeah, see, I was like, I'm not learning a new language just because I want to, be, I want to be spiritual. I'm not learning Sanskrit. Gaurahari, Bhakti Venmo Gaurahari. Yeah, absolutely. That's what it's all about. That name, that position of being the guru. And who else we got? All these prayers I can't go over. All of them. We got Prabhu Nuts. How you doing? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I saw you were in there. You were waiting to go live. I didn't see you live. But, boy, what a nut house that is. I'm going to tell you right now. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about what a nut. I don't know, man. I don't know. My girlfriend will go for that. Fake human. Good to see you. Aviator Lochan, man, you're something else. Yeah, man. I don't know how you do it. I'm Jenna Morton. How you doing, man? Good to see you, Jenna. And hey, we got Ajay Kajur going wild. You need to go into Gaurahari's and go wild in there. And Ghana 6781. Good to see you. All right, we got through all of this, and Snoggle. Can't forget Snoggle. Good to see you. And ding. So we rang the bell. That means it's time for the opening. Let's all have a good laugh. Let's all have a good laugh with this. And here we go.
Hello?
Hello.
Yes, our resident deities, the Muppet Tattva. We got the Muppet Tattva there with Bert and Ernie G. Bert and Ernie G is our presiding deities here at the Krishna Cult Watch studios and live stream. Yeah, those guys are something else. Those guys are someone. Rafal, good to see you, buddy. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. And yeah, we had Snatananda there, Snatananda, and all right. So we got everything going. Everything looks good, and let's get into. So I'm not gonna do the super white Hindu because there's a copyright on that. I didn't get a strike or anything, but there's a copyright on that underdog theme. So I'm in the process of making a new opening for that. But what can we do? We got to have something, right? We can do this. Let's do this. Okay, so because I guess he's live right now, but I saw this and I wanted to talk about it. I wanted to share it. I don't know, this is insanity. Evidently, Aviator Lochan was in there. He was in there while this was happening. So this is a couple hours ago, or yeah, I guess a couple hours ago now.
You're bringing Krishna. I know you're a manifestation of Chaitanya. I know you're that close, and it's awesome. And Krishna's arrangement. And back in my life, he's probably in Nilachala in 1992. I was there. I was in Sweden in '96. Noodles was touching on it, working throughout our life. I mean, I didn't know it then. I had to go through what's going. Gaurahari Das, you're that close to the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, man. I can see it. Devotees here can see it, and I'm sure.
He said, you're very close to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and look at him, he's laughing. He's thinking, this is the insanity. I can't stress it enough. The insanity of these people. Who are these people? I mean, really. Gaurahari thinks he's a super duper Hindu. Okay, he thinks he's a super duper Hindu, man. I can't stress it enough. This is beyond Cuckoo's Nest. This guy makes Cuckoo's Nest, the movie Cuckoo's Nest, look friggin' normal. He makes those people in the movie look goddamn normal. Okay, I mean.
More and more people will see it because the witnesses are fantastic. What wonderful witness testimonials, Janaki.
Oh yes, we should all, one day we'll all figure out that this Gaurahari he's just like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I get
Mona Mongol Noodles, Lisa, everybody gives something here when they come up because we see the expressions.
Because you're fucking nuts. You guys are nuts. I can't believe it.
And it's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
I got the order to let out all the stops. See?
He got the order. To let out all the stops. So Chaitanya or Krishna or Prabhupada, somebody ordered him to be Gaurahari. It's like, it's not, he can't help it.
Because we see the expressions and it's beautiful.
I got the order to let out all the stops. See? Just do it, man. Just show them and teach about these things.
He is so delusional. I gotta get out of here. He is so delusional. Does he really believe this? Does he? That's what I'm saying. Is he that delusional that I'm gonna go right here? Is he that delusional that he thinks? Does he really think that he's been ordered to be the next, or the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Oh yeah, I know he hates ISKCON as much as I do, but he doesn't realize that he is ISKCON, because what he's teaching this. That's what I keep saying over and over again. What is he teaching that's different from ISKCON? He's reading Prabhupada's books. He's reading Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita. He's reading Prabhupada's purports. He's reading Prabhupada's Chaitanya Charitamrita. He's preaching that he's in the disciplic succession. He's teaching that he's in line from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He just said, I was ordered to let out all the stops. So how is he different? Again, how is he different? He's saying he's giving them the highest taste. They're intimate associates of Lord Chaitanya. He's saying, what is different about what he is teaching? I mean, he's so delusional that it was no different from when I was a Ritvik and I was like, oh, I'm not in ISKCON. I'm not in ISKCON. I'm a Ritvik. No, you're in ISKCON. You're just a Ritvik. You're still in ISKCON. You're still distributing Prabhupada's books. You're preaching Prabhupada's crap. You're glorifying Prabhupada. You're worshiping him. You're doing all that shit. There's no difference. You're just trying to fool yourself. That's why I said, Pranjan, he's ISKCON. He says, oh, I'm not ISKCON. I'm not. Yeah, you are. How is he? He's no different. He says, I'm the super Hindu. And that's what Hridayananda says. That's what Bhakti Vikash says. No different. I'm sorry, but I was ranting and raving. Gaurahari has 4 hot lips joining his live. Justice for hot lips, man. Yeah, he's got this girl, the girl in the middle. Boy, she was going off on glorifying him. She was just talking about how he's the greatest thing ever. And I'm telling you, it's no different. He's no different than any other ISKCON guru. They say the same thing about Hridayananda. They say the same thing about Indrayumna. They say the same thing about Bhakti Vikash. Just he's like, well, you can't wash my feet from Zoom, but when this guy's glorifying him and telling him he's like Lord Chaitanya, he's sitting there laughing and he's not saying, hey, no, I'm not. Like if somebody had here, like you guys start calling me whatever, and I'm like, I'm not. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm nobody. I'm nothing. I'm nobody. He's not saying that. He's sitting there going, I was ordered to pull out the stops, man. I was ordered to just give you guys Chaitanya. I was ordered. Who ordered you? In a dream? You were ordered by Prabhupada in a dream? Noodles looks like me the last year as a Hare Krishna. I was so disappointed trying to force myself to believe that everything will be okay, but it wasn't. All hoax. That's like me. That was me the last 10 years. That was like me when I became a Ritvik, and I'm like, okay, so we're not doing that. We're Ritviks. What are we doing? And like we weren't doing anything. It's like they're not doing anything. I mean, they got that one Bangalore temple, and they built their own temple in Vrindavan. Those Ritviks did. Those Indian Ritviks did. The Ritviks over here, they couldn't do shit. Like Yashoda and all the people that I was working, they couldn't do shit. And that's how I felt. I was like, there was a long time when I was just upset, but I wasn't leaving. I wasn't thinking it was a scam. I wasn't thinking anything like that. I was just upset. We weren't moving forward. We weren't doing anything. It was bullshit. So yeah, I totally get it. I totally get it like that. Yeah, it's a big hoax. It's a big hoax, and these people can't see it. These people just can't see it. They're so deluded. I know this is funny. This is I know that is so funny. You can go in there. I don't know what he'll do if you start asking him stuff. I really don't. I never went in there and said, hey, the fuck's your problem? But I did it from the comment section. You could ask Aviator Lochan. Lochan's bug. He's a regular in there. He has fun in there. He's like takes the troll right all the way. He's in their vocabulary as a single Sahaja prophet. In West Bengal, it's a very popular syndrome of bhakti-oriented narcissism. Yeah, it's that whole guru. It's the guru worship is what it is. In fact, they even wrote a huge book about these offshoot bhakti. You know, they're just. I don't even want to get into it because I don't want to muddy the water. I don't want to really muddy the water. By opening up about what so many things. Because it'll like people are trying to say, people watching or whatever, they're going to say, well, he doesn't know what he's talking about, and I don't. I know about this. I know about I know about ISKCON. I know about ISKCON, and I know about cults. That's what I know about. So I don't want to muddy the water with I'm not a guru. I'm not a swami. I'm not I'm not a Hindu expert on Hinduism or Hindu sociology or any of that. I'm an expert on Hare Krishna and it being a pedophile cult. That's what. And so all the people watching out there, I don't want you to get it twisted and think I'm trying to say like I know all about Hinduism. Hey, Eliana. I guess you came back. I don't know. I thought you were here earlier. Yeah. So running after that good rice. Running after that good rice. So here he's gonna go. He goes off a little bit. They start talking. I don't know if I got exactly to the right place. Because they were talking about, hey, Dahlia Roberts, good to see you here. Oh, you're at Gaurahari's live. All right. Well, I'm glad you made it out. I'm glad you made it out. I'm glad. Yeah, I was gonna tell you that he's. I was gonna, but I wanted to show you this because I didn't want everybody to run over there. And I'm like, hey, where'd you go? Where'd you all go? And I can just turn it on. I can just go up to the live part, but I wanted to show you this one area because it was this one part.
Show them how this really works. Show them, it's not just in a book. It's a living. Look, you guys have to be an example. I'm telling you tough things. I'm telling you things Jesus said I have much more to tell you, but you can't bear. I'm telling you these things.
That was it. That's exactly what I wanted to show you. You got to hear it again because you got to hear you got to listen to what he says.
Samason and Motor Mongol Noodles, Lisa, everybody gives something here when they come up because they see the expressions and it's beautiful.
I got the order to let out all the stops. See, just do it, man. Just show them and teach about these things. Show them how this really works. Show them, it's not just in a book. It's a living. Look, you guys have to be an example. I'm telling you tough things. I'm telling you things Jesus said I have much more to tell you, but you can't bear. I'm telling you these things.
What is he telling them? I've listened to him blather on. I've listened to him blather on for months, for like a year, and I haven't heard him tell what fucking things has he told them that we haven't already heard. But I like how he's ordering them, like Prabhupada, ordering them to be his soldiers in this fight.
Let out all the stops. See, just do it, man. Just show them and teach about these things. Show them how this really works. Show them, it's not just in a book. It's a living. Look, you guys have to be an example. I'm telling you tough things. I'm telling you things Jesus said I have much more to tell you, but you can't bear. I'm telling you these things. I'm telling you because you can't find any of this in any of the preaching, but it's there.
What is he teaching them? What is he teaching them? First of all, he says, I am Jesus said, I have many things that I haven't told you. And he says, I'm telling you those things. I'm telling you the things that Jesus didn't tell you. And then he yells at him and he says, I'm telling you these things. So not only is he a super Hindu, he's like a super Jesus. He's like a super Jesus. He's like a super Jesus, super Hindu. And he's angry. And he's angry. And he's an angry super Jesus. He's an angry super Jesus.
Just
Okay.
make you aware of it. And then you see like, whoa, but you see that you have to get purified to get this. Don't think you can come here and lay that thing. Oh, well, I think I know all about it. He's a tyrant, man. I just came here one time. He's a tyrant. Yeah, well, I got that in me. God has that in him. He's in control, man. He's a controller, supreme controller. You don't think his devotee who is surrendered, that they don't have that quality?
Yeah. See, that's why he's a super duper Jesus Hindu. You brought up, you made a good point. He's teaching them. He's teaching that he's like Jesus. He's teaching them he's better than Jesus is what he's saying. The reason why he's better than Jesus is because he doesn't have to do anything. He's so great that he doesn't have to wear tilak, shave his head. He doesn't put on a dhoti. He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to do anything. He just puts on his hoodie. He puts on his hoodie and he preaches on Zoom. And hey, he's better than Jesus. He's better than fucking Jesus. This guy. Queen of Karma. All right, I'm gonna. Good to see you. I want to play this again because he's super white, super Jesus. I gotta play it again because I want to see it again. But I gotta see him yell, and I gotta see him call himself Super Jesus. I gotta see him call himself Super Jesus.
Just show them and teach about these things.
Samasun and Motor Mongol Noodles, Lisa, everybody gives something here when they come up because we see the expressions and it's beautiful.
You know, I got the order to let out all the stops.
I got ordered.
See, just do it, man. Just show them and teach about these things. Show them how this really works. Show them. You know, it's not just in a book. It's a living. Look, you guys have to be an example. I'm telling you tough things. I'm telling you things, Jesus, that I have much more to tell you, but you can't bear. I'm telling you these things. You know I'm telling you because you can't find any of this in any of the preaching, but it's there. I just make you aware of it. And then you see like, whoa, but you see that you have to get purified to get this. Don't think you can come here and lay that thing. Oh, well, I think I know all about it. He's a tyrant, man. I just came here one time. He's a tyrant. Yeah, well, I got that in me. God has that in him. He's in control, man. He's a controller, supreme controller.
Oh my God. Oh. Oh man.
What in God's holy name are you blathering about?
It's all of
the
them
whole world gone crazy!
It's everything.
Am I the only one around here who gives a shit about the rules?
Everything all at once. Everything all the time. Everywhere all at once. It is too friggin'. He is a psycho. He is psycho, this guy. And he is a psycho. He's as psycho as you could as they come. He is as psycho as they come. I missed a bunch of comments. I wanted to Gaurahari is indeed a sociopath and a narcissist. He's even telling them that he's better than his kind. He's better than Jesus. He's super Jesus. He's super white Hindu Jesus. He's super white Hindu Jesus. My God, I can't believe it. Yes, he is super white Hindu Jesus. Because and he was ordered. He was ordered by who who has the power to order super white super Hindu Jesus? Who has the power to do that? You got it. That's got to only one that can do that is God, I guess. I mean, who can order the white super Hindu Jesus around? I mean, who's got the balls to do that? It's so funny. It's so hilarious. I know he wanted to be a guru, and Iskon wouldn't recognize his divinity. So then he went to Narayan Maharaj, and Narayan, I guess, said, "You get out of here." And then he just had a dream. He had a dream. I have a dream. I have a dream. And Prabhupada came to him in a dream and said, "Yes, go be white super Hindu Jesus. That's exactly what I think you should do." It's too funny. Yeah, your girl noodles. I know they are all. We all have our favorite. It's like bingo. It's like playing psycho bingo. It's so insane. It's so insane. Oh, here we go. Fake you. And when you pray, do not keep on babbling like pagans.
What in God's holy name are you blathering about?
Oh my God, it's too funny. Yeah, it's okay. So we hear somebody else talking about how great he is. It's Noodles. It's Noodles talking.
More to watch, but then it was so beautiful at the end, you know.
Yeah. See, Krishna's teaching even in that way. It just everything starts to show that. Yeah, I mean that's basically this the same mode of operandi here. Yeah, and it just comes down to this path is being presented, right? The devotees present it. We're presenting our version of Lord Chaitanya. It's ecstatic, right? So if you somehow or other accept this path, accept these.
So right now they're not laughing, crying, giggling, sobbing, acting all crazy right now. He's talking. He's hearing the words coming out. They're hearing the words coming out of his mouth, the nectar coming out of the lips of the pure devotee going in. Obviously, he's a pure devotee. Obviously, that's a given, right? He's a pure devotee. But they're not having these ecstatic symptoms when he's talking, as Raphael pointed out. They got it under control. They can keep it under control while he's talking. They're not like, They're not doing that. They're under control. So it's not. Is it spontaneously manifesting? I mean, shouldn't they be having these ecstatic symptoms when he's talking? When he's preaching and he's explaining to them and they're getting this and they're hearing it? Shouldn't they just be going, I mean, what's the difference? It's devotional service is all the same. If hearing, there's 9 forms of devotional service. If hearing and chanting, Shravanam, Kirtanam, I forget the other, but it's hearing, chanting, repeating, remembering, offering prayers. The other 4, the other 4, whatever, offering prayers, worshiping the lotus feet, whatever it is, those 9 forms of devotional service. So, if they're getting ecstasy, this spontaneous ecstasy where they're uncontrollable, laughing and crying and whatever, when they're hearing and repeating and remembering the holy name, why aren't they doing that when he's talking about Krishna and Chaitanya? I mean, why not? Why aren't they just freaking out then? Because it's not. It's all a bunch of bullshit. It's all a bunch of bullshit. Because if it was spontaneous love of God and spontaneous symptoms of ecstasy, they wouldn't be able to control it, and it would just be happening. Yeah, she's agreeing with him, but she's just sitting there like, that's all she does. She's never doing the laughing and crying. But yeah, she's all in, and her husband the other guy, he just yawns. He just yawns. This guy over here on the left, he just yawns all the time. Delusions of grandeur for 500, Alex. Absolutely. And it's like you could pick which one. It's like a Hollywood Squares. It's like the Hollywood Squares of friggin' in an insane asylum. It is. It's like Cuckoo's Nest goes to Hollywood Squares. I don't know how to explain it. The whole world got crazy.
What in God's holy name are you blathering about? Is the whole world gone crazy? Am I the only one around here who gives a shit about the rules?
Yeah, it's like, I'll take Gaurahari to block. I'll take Gaurahari to block. He's white super Hindu Jesus. White super Hindu Jesus is what he is. He just said, he got mad, he was yelling. But there was a part where he was talking about, okay, I don't want to offend anybody here. I don't want to offend anybody. But he was talking about pussy, and he kept saying it over and over. And then he was talking about, he said, hey, it's not a big deal that I say that word. And then he's talking to the women, right? There's 4 women there. There's 4 women there. And I think Aviator Lochan was there. He'll remember that. So he was talking about that, and he kept using that word and saying it. And then he was like, and then defending himself, saying it in front of them, like, I can say it. I'm a guru. And it's not a big deal, right? Because you all have one. I mean, every woman has one, and some of you, it's like a cat, right? It's like a cat, and I don't know. It was just, and he's going on and on about this, and I actually commented in there. I was like, "You're a holy man," and then it's just crazy. Okay, I mean, I had that queued up, but I can't find it. But you have to take my word for it. The Vatican is praying right now in hopes that there is no Hindu Jesus about this show. I know these people are nuts. I'm telling you, certifiably nuts. And this is ISKCON. This is no different than ISKCON. I'm telling you. I know he's not officially a member of ISKCON, but Prabhupada said, anywhere talks of Krishna and reading my books and reading from my books, that's ISKCON. And that's a quote from Prabhupada. I know, this is super white Hindu Jesus. White super Hindu Jesus. This is too funny. It's too funny. If Sadhguru is a guru, my mother could be a guru. Yeah, Sadhguru, he's another scammer. He's another scammer too. I ain't gonna lie. Troll alert. Yep. Yeah, everyone. I mean, yeah. I could be. You know, if I wasn't careful, I could become. If I'm not careful, I could become Gaurahari, or and if not Gaurahari, I could become Bhakti Venmo Sri Mukunda Swami. I think that's a better one. Okay, well that's okay. I'm not going to argue with you about that. I'm not going to go there. But if that's good for you, hey, go ahead. Yeah, these people are just too much. Okay, so we finally have a troll. Yeah, we finally have a troll, man. Where were you the other night when I was on here 5 hours? You know, I was. For Gaurahari was speaking in parables to his disciples, the laughing and crying apostles at Jaiho. Yeah, you know, hearing, chanting, eating, shitting, sleeping, wanking. Yeah, that's it. That's. I mean, if it's uncontrolled, if they can't control themselves when they're chanting, why is it that they can control themselves when he's talking? I mean, just hearing him talk about these subjects, they should be going nuts. And everybody that was in the presence of Lord Chaitanya, if he was really Lord Chaitanya, not Nimai Pandit or whoever he was, they would have been going nuts too. You should show my. So were you dancing again? Were you dancing again today? Because I'll show it. I have no. I'm not against it at all. I'll find it. Is it at the end? I didn't see you. I didn't see you dancing in there. Were you dancing in there today? I don't. I don't know. Is it? Are you talking about today? Because I don't see you. I see this.
Here. Oh, it's always
I see
the
this
same thing.
nutcase. I see these.
You want to know what that bread is? Well, you'll have to come here and eat this bread like we do. Sit at the same table that we eat from. Isn't that what it's always been about? Didn't Lord Chaitanya's devotees, they ate at the same table the Lord?
There he is comparing himself to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu again.
Lord was eating from, right? Didn't the disciples of Jesus ate from the same table? And therefore they had the same transcendental feelings.
Yeah.
That's the...
What is he, I still want to know. I'm still confused as to what he is saying, what he is teaching them that is different. Other than to just act like a fool. Just act like a fool when you're chanting. When I say go, act like a fool. Other than that, what is he telling them? Because he's reading from Prabhupada's books. He's telling the same stories about from the Goswamis and all this other crap. It's absolutely insane. It's absolutely insane. Hey, how you doing? I know. It's not something that you expect to hear from someone who thinks he's a super white, white super Hindu Jesus. You don't expect super white Hindu Jesus to be talking about women's private parts in that way, in front of them, in a spiritual setting, and I mean, it's kind of rude to talk about that just in public. Like you wouldn't if you were sitting at a restaurant with a group of your friends, 4 women, a couple guys sitting there. You wouldn't just start using that word. I mean, you just wouldn't. I mean, unless that's the kind of person you are. But I mean, have some respect. I mean, maybe if you're in a bar, you're telling a joke, and you're in a party something, and you're like, hey, you want that? But in this setting, I mean, come on, really? We're here in Lord Chaitanya's grace place, and you want to start, and you're talking about that in that way, and Lochan remembers that, and he was saying it I can say whatever I want. He was kind of presenting it I can say it I can say whatever I want. I'm, not even taking in consideration that, you might be offending these women. You might, maybe maybe you're offending these 4 women that are there. Maybe they don't want to hear. Maybe they don't want to hear a man. Well, that's their guru. Maybe they don't want to hear their guru refer to them like that, in that way. I don't know. Again, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, it's 5 minutes is the most important. Can tolerate him taking seriously. He makes my joints taste wrong as hell. Yeah, he's such a disgusting character just by what he's doing, manipulating and harming these people, that it is hard to watch him. It's just, he's really a disgusting person. He really is. You tell Bobby off. You tell Bobby off, man. Super white Hindu Jesus. Gaurahari is getting ready to take over the valley. Yeah, he's gonna. Yeah, well, if he claims that he's telling people what Jesus said that he's giving Jesus' secrets away, then he must be better than Jesus. I mean, how else can you interpret that? And then he's like, and I'm telling you. You know, manipulating them, like, right? I mean, is that not manipulation? Think you can walk? Wait, what is this? Gaurahari Das Parikram Vrindavan Pathachar. I know, I need to do that. I'm going to do that after we watch next one. Does he think he can walk on water as long as it's frozen? The guy's brain is frozen. Wisdom has been trying to chase Gaurahari for centuries, but he's faster. Now, I want. So that's. Yeah, dude. You got to do that. You got to do that. You got to dance on his. You got to go nuts. I mean, you got to go absolutely cuckoo's nest. You got to go one flute. You got to recreate that scene. You got to, and you got to like just cry and just act a total fool. Fall out of your chair, where like, and then see if they like stop and wonder if you're okay, and then climb back up and then just go and go off screen. I mean, just go nuts and see what they say. See if they go, wow, you're really, like, I mean, what are they gonna say? They're gonna be like, oh, you're our new guru because evidently you're more advanced than, you're crazier than all of us. I don't know what it's too much. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much. Gaurahari's like Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris does need a weapon. Doesn't need a weapon because he's a weapon. Similarly, Gaurahari does not need to walk on water because he is the water. He's a holy Chaitanya. He's a holy Chaitanya. He's Jesus, super white Hindu water tank. He's the water. He's the water and the tank and the walk. He's all of it. You can't declare yourself to be the white super Hindu Jesus, and I mean, the white man superiority complex syndrome. Absolutely, he's not only better than, he's not. I can't get over it. He's not only a white super Hindu, but he's a white super Hindu Jesus. He's he's. I'm dying. I'm killing myself over here. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me, Gaurahari. You're killing me over here. I mean, can we all agree? Is it just me? It's not just me. I know we're all in agreement, right? I mean, He got his eye on the younger woman. I think so. I think he's eyeing this Shamaka there needs to watch out. Because Naranarayan, I mean Gaurahari over here, Naranarayan over there, super white Hindu Jesus Gaurahari was teaching absolutely nothing in his life, as it was repetitive circular arguments he gave them, trying to validate his points by fabricating. Yeah, he doesn't teach. Okay, that's where I want to lead into this. He doesn't teach anything that's different. I know some of you are gonna argue with me. I know some of you are gonna want to argue with me, or I don't say all you're gonna want to argue with me, because I think you know I'm right. You know I'm right. But where is this? Did I mess up? I did. Okay. Okay, so the reason I say they're exactly the same, he thinks he's in ecstasy. He thinks he's in ecstasy, and he thinks he's sharing that ecstasy with his disciples. And he also thinks he's a white super Hindu Jesus, because he thinks the same as Gaurahari. He believes the same shit that Gaurahari believes. He's giving them the highest taste of Chaitanya's love of God and all that shit. He's singing with his little bells, his little chingy chings, and he's singing his song, and he thinks he's in ecstasy. They think he's in ecstasy, and they think they're in ecstasy, and it's all a bunch of bullshit, just like the other guy we just saw is exactly the same. What, Bobby, what does authorized by a predecessor mean? What does that mean? How is one authorized by a predecessor? What does it mean to be authorized by a predecessor? So tell me how Prabhupada was authorized by his predecessor. Tell me that. Tell me how that happened. And I'll wait. I'll move on. I remember devotees getting depressed when told that they have to take birth on other earthly planets in the cosmos, where Krishna is now doing that whole Krishna books thing, another material life. Well, I mean, yeah, because if Lord Chaitanya is constantly appearing on different planets, right? He's always appearing on a planet somewhere, right? Let's think about it. Let's think if their philosophy makes sense. If Lord Chaitanya is constantly appearing on different planets, like he came up 500 years ago, he was on this planet, and then when he left, he went to another planet. Let's say he went to Saturn, and he was on Saturn and he did his pastimes there with Gadadhar and the Panchatattva, and he did all that there on Saturn. And then he disappeared from Saturn, and he went to another planet. Let's say he went to Pluto. He went to another planet, went to Pluto, he did his pastimes there. So his pastimes are all his everyone comes with him. All his devotees and his paraphernalia, his parents, everything comes down with him. So he can do his Sankirtan, so he can perform his Sankirtan movement. So does that mean we all come down with him too? Because we're in his movement. We're in his movement. So are we following him around on the earthly planet so we can participate in his Sankirtan movement? Because Krishna is always appearing somewhere, and Chaitanya is always appearing somewhere on some planet somewhere. It's always taking place. So then, yeah, it's not classy. I just don't think it is. I mean, it's not classy anywhere, but someplace you're in guys are in a classless place, and so they act with no class, and so then they talk like that, and you expect that, but not here. You don't expect it here. And I felt like the point of him saying it and acting all like that and being a dick like that is like to show. It's kind of like that Prabhupada cult leader attitude. Like, look what I can get away with. Look what I can do. Because one of those women, do I have here it is. I'm sure out of these four women, one of them had to be thinking, I don't like that. And why didn't one of them speak up and say, "Hey, Guru Maharaj, I don't appreciate that kind of language, referring to my private parts like that," or that kind of what we just heard Nitin Kolhe talking about dehumanizing language. Being desensitized to dehumanizing language. But none of these women felt like they needed to stick up for their own self-respect or dignity and say, "Maharaj, Gurudev, I don't think that was appropriate." Because they want him to come. I got ordered to teach you, and if you don't like it, there's a door. Whatever. Right? Is that not manipulation? Is that not manipulation and abuse? I mean, Queen of Karma, you tell me. You're the cult expert. Is that not manipulation and abuse? Humiliation ritual, abusing them, these women, talking like that in front of them, in this kind of setting. They don't know how to talk to women. So common among, yeah, absolutely. Because they hate them. Because they hate them. Because they hate them. Yeah, I think there's a little bit of that in a lot of women who have these gurus. I think a lot of them have a little bit. I think I can't speak for it, but I have a feeling something's going on because they have too much for these guys, and he's a pervert. He's a pervert. I agree. I don't like it. I feel like he's manipulating them, and then when Super White Hindu Jesus starts talking about Super White Hindu Jesus is talking about women's privates like that. Like, I don't even want to say the word because there's, I know I have women in my chat, and I don't want to, I just don't want to come across like I'm just, I know better. I just know better. There's a time and place. There's a time and place, and if you want to act like it, if you want to act like that, there's a time. At least know the time and place. That's what I'm trying to say. You wouldn't want to be left in a room with him. I know it. I just rip off. No back to Godhead, only back to an earthly planet somewhere where Krishna is doing Leela. More suffering, all for the cosmic mission. Bullshittery. Yeah, I know. It's so funny. You would do that in your hoodie. You go on there in your hoodie, being really ecstatic. You gotta go just nuts. I mean, you gotta have a seizure. You gotta have a seizure. You gotta have a seizure in his live, and then like when they're all like, oh my God, is he okay? Did he die? And then you pop up, and you just you pop up, and you're like, hey, am I doing it right? Am I doing it right? Am I doing it right? Oh my God. Or you got to do like I said, and just when he says something, when he babbles something, you got to babble some nonsense back. And then when he goes, what are you talking about? You got to say, I don't know. I just thought we were just talking out of our ass. I thought, you say something out of your ass, and then I say something out of my. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I mean, I don't want to tell you guys what to do, just because I'm a comedian and I know what's funny. I don't want to tell you I don't want to tell you guys what to do. The more wacko, the better. I know you got to be like cuckoo's nest. You got to tell me what time you're doing this. You got to, you got to tell me what time you're doing this. My male cousin might go in there and troll him and listen attentively, and then fake cry and dance to his life. Yeah, but you gotta go in like, what would be fun? What would be funny is if you just set up, you set up your. This is so funny. I've got it. I'm telling you. So you set up your apartment. You set up your camera so that the camera sees you. The camera sees you, and like a bunch of stuff, like a bunch of stuff on you can see stuff, and you're like knocking, blah! and then every time he stops, you stop. You're just like, and then you start in again, like Hare Krishna. I mean, and you got to make it obvious. You got to make it like. It's too funny. It's too funny. Do they stream on Zoom? Send me a link to it, and I will. I mean, yeah, I think. I think we'll do that, and I think I can't say to do that because then he's going to say Mike sends his people in, and they disrupt my. I'm not doing that. I'm not telling you guys to do that. That's on you. I mean, I'm not telling you to do that. But if I was doing it, that's exactly what I would do. As soon as he starts talking, I would be like, "Blah! I can't take it, Maharaj, Guru Dev. I can't just shut your mouth because every time you talk, I hear the flute and I hear the gopis and I hear the parrots. I hear the parrots reciting Bhagavatam and Radharani's whispering to the gopis, "Where's Krishna? Where's Krishna?" And every time you speak, that's all I hear. Mother Yashoda chasing Krishna with the stick, and I hear Lord Chaitanya dancing in ecstasy. I mean, you got to stop, Maharaj. I can't take it. I can't take it anymore. And besides, do you see how long his arms are? His arms are like 9 feet long. It's crazy. It absolutely. You got the lie. I'm not telling you to do that at all. I just want to reiterate. I am not telling you to do that. Queen of Karma is going to make her own video. Queen of Karma is going to make her own video and expose this guy and say, beware of these internet scammer gurus. That's what she's going to do. I think you should do that. What did you say? Can you post the link? Oh man. Okay, so yeah, this, Acharya Dave. Yeah, he's the the godlike Acharya of all the Acharyas. This this idiot here, and he's no different. He's no different. Well, he doesn't. Well, I haven't never heard him talk about women's privates like that, but who knows? Who knows what he says?
So, Srimad Bhagavatam translation and purports by Srila Prabhupada. Starting a new chapter. It's always exciting.
Okay, so yeah, the one I had queued up the other day, the before. He says it's so funny. Okay, I'm gonna go back because I want you to look at him when I say this. I'm sorry. Let me go back and let me do this. Okay, so okay. This white super Hindu Jesus here. That's who they are now. They're white super Hindu Jesus. This white super Hindu Jesus, he was sitting there in his chair and he was about to give a class. This was yesterday's video or a couple days ago video now. I'm not sure, it was recent. And he said, I'm just going to give a class. No questions and answers, because I'm only going to, I don't want to spend that much time on, 2 hours or 90 minutes is too much, he said. So no question and answers, just Bhagavatam class. And I thought, this guru, he's a guru now. Remember, he's a guru. These people worship him like they worship him like he's, their God, like he's God. They worship him like they're worshiping God, but they're worshiping him instead of God. So in place of God, they worship him. So they worship him like he's God. They wash his feet, offer him flowers, say prayers. They worship the ground he walks on, just like he's God. That's who these people are that he's talking to, that he's lecturing to and performing for, all these people. But he doesn't have time for that. He doesn't have time to answer their questions. They support his lifestyle. They make him who he is. He's guru because they want him to be their guru. So they are the whole reason why he gets to be guru, and he gets to see. They're the whole reason why he's white super Hindu Jesus. But he doesn't have time to answer he doesn't have time for that. He doesn't have to. I'm busy. I'm busy being white super Hindu Jesus. What do you want? You want me to answer questions? I mean, just because you're lucky enough to have the best white super Hindu Jesus you could find, because I went to Harvard and I'm a Prabhupada disciple and I'm a Swami and I'm a guru, and I went to Harvard and I'm better than Jesus and all of these things. Just because you're lucky enough to have me, don't expect me to. What do you want me to do about it? I mean, what do you want me to do about it? I mean, come on. You don't think I'm busy? I'm white super Hindu Jesus. I got things to do, man. I mean, look at me. Don't I look like I got things to do? I'm 75 years old, and I don't do anything all day. But you know, I'm busy. I'm busy. I'm busy. Did you ask me questions? You think I got time to answer questions about Krishna and his flute? I got things to do, like write books about Krishna's flute. I got books like that. Prabhupada doesn't have a predecessor. Well, he's got a bunch of guys that think they're his predecessor, but he never said these guys are my predecessor. He in a roundabout way, he said, hey, there's a list of my best guys, but he never told him specifically. He never specifically told this guy that he could be a guru. He never. He put him in charge, but he never told him he could. He never said you're my replacement. No, but he says he is. He says I was appointed, and Prabhupada appointed me, and blah blah blah. You know, they'll say anything. He is spiritually, to tell you the truth, he does. He's spiritually masturbating. He's spiritually masturbating. He thinks he's a guru, and he puts on a little show, and these people eat it up, and that's his sex gratification. Seriously, that's. I was told by a guru by my predecessor, and then they visited me in a dream last night and said, these super white Hindu Jesus people are BS. Tell my good job exposing them. And now I'm here. You know, doesn't God work in mysterious ways? I mean, you know, you're really getting the mercy. I mean, you're probably one of the most fortunate people, you know, like, because most people can't understand this kind of stuff. So you're really fortunate. I sound like a cult leader. I was trying to sound like a cult leader. Yeah, you got to listen to some Karmi songs to deprogram that. Yeah, you do. It's like, yeah, that's exactly what you got to do. Yeah, aliens. Aliens are getting the mercy. Yeah, everybody's getting the mercy. Everybody gets the mercy. The Kiwi Consciousness Lounge. If you know, you know. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So this guy's gonna give a little class. Of course I can't take it.
7, 2, 1. And I should explain to anyone who's listening that by Krishna's mercy, finished volume 2 of Great Bharata, and well, thank you. And I'm working with an editor now, professional editor, and so it
He wanted applause. They didn't give him any applause.
has to be done by a certain date. There's a deadline so that the book can be published by September and October, which is the date.
So that's the ultimate super white Hindu Jesus thing to do. Translate and write a book, appropriate someone else's culture, and then translate their scriptures and their books and publish a copy of your own because you think that your version is better than all the other versions that ever came before you. And like, why, there's not enough versions of the Mahabharata that, he needs to write one.
Big season when people buy books, according to the experts. So also
I didn't go to Harvard. I didn't go to Harvard and take, literature and publishing and business and whatever else he obviously he didn't take anything that would teach him that he's in a cult. I mean, obviously that he wasn't interested in learning that. He didn't want to learn that. He just I don't know what the hell he was learning at Harvard that he wasn't able to figure out he's in a cult. and that he's a cult leader.
Today's the 8th. So in 20 days, by the mercy of Dandini, I'm going to be speaking at the BI, series, educational series. I'm going to be speaking on whether, in a strict philosophical sense, there can be such a thing as a spiritual science. And a lot of interesting things to say about that.
No, I'm sure. I'm sure you have a lot of stupid ass things to say about that, since you believe that there's a demon head eating the moon, and you want to talk about science. You want to talk about like spiritual science as if that's a thing, as if that's a thing, as if that's an actual thing. Spiritual science is an actual thing. That's how stupid this man is. That's how fucking stupid this man is. I can't get over it. That's how stupid this man is. And
So I have to get that ready. So because of those two obligations, which have deadlines, I'm going to give class every morning if I live that long. And but I'm not going to be able to answer a lot of questions because as much as I personally enjoy the long classes, I just have some work I have to get done.
We understand.
Surrounded by empath.
I can't answer your questions about the fairy tales because I'm writing another book about fairy tales. So you're gonna have to hold your questions about fairy tales while I work on my other book about fairy, because I'm just so busy with these fairy tales. I'm so busy with my fairy tales. I just don't have time. I don't have time for you guys. I just don't. I'm sorry. I don't have time. I know you're. I know you fund my lifestyle, and I'm everything to you, and you worship me. You literally worship me like I'm God. But I just don't have time. I just don't have time for you. I don't have an extra 90 minutes or an extra hour to talk to you guys. I just don't. I'm sorry. You just have to deal with it. You have to deal with it. What Prabhupada emphasized a lot of things, but he wasn't a pure devotee himself. He married an 11-year-old, and he was a misogynist, an abuser, and a racist, and anti-Semitic, and a lot of things. But yeah, absolutely. Hey, Dagmar, good to see you here. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you. Keep up the good. And of course, Sacred Cow, this knucklehead Sacred Cow, he keeps leaving messages on my video, but he won't come in here. He won't come in. I told him again. I said, come on, what's wrong? Why won't you come in? And he keeps calling me stupid and dumb. He doesn't understand that when I say Hare Krishnas are super white Hindus, he doesn't get the joke. He doesn't understand the sarcasm. He doesn't understand anything. Yeah, it's very common practice to break people down. Yeah, and even companies break you down. Companies will break you down. You know, like there's narcissists and they thrive in a lot of companies because it's a very culty atmosphere, and narcissists thrive in a culty atmosphere. And companies will have like really painful rules, policies, attendance policies, break policies. A lot of policies that are just like mean. And I'm just going to put it out there. A lot of them are just mean, and a lot of times they have policies that are mean just to be mean. And they have a lot of things that fall into the culty area, and breaking people down and keeping people on edge and keeping people worried about, do I have a job? Am I going to get my check? Am I going to get fired? Am I going to get laid off? A lot of companies thrive on having their employees living that kind of life, like not knowing, if it's weird. And I never understood it because I've worked a lot of jobs, and you get a good job and you go, wow, this is nice. This is a pretty cool job. And then you get a job and it's not. It's a pain in the ass. And you go, why does everything have to be a pain in the ass? Why does everything have to be? Why? Because it doesn't. And that's why it is. Because the more culty a company is, the more pain in the ass it is. The more harmful it is. The more psychological stress. The more anxiety. The more depression. The employees quit. Employees are having problems, going out on leave, getting sick. It's same thing with ISKCON. People having health problems because they don't have any health insurance, but they're stressed out. They're depressed. They have sleeping problems. They have eating problems. It's horrible. It's Janaki is Gaurahari's right-hand woman, it seems. Janaki is the skinny white woman. Well, Hot Lips and Janaki are both like the skinny white woman, the cult leader's skinny white woman. And the guy staying quiet, not defending the women. Yeah, nobody wants to speak. Same thing with Prabhupada. Nobody wanted to speak up when Prabhupada would say something. Nobody's like, hey, Prabhupada, what about? No, can you imagine that? Admiration and love can be confused in this environment 100%, especially if someone, that's why I say that this, absolutely, that's why I say with this Gaurahari, it's evil. This is an evil thing. It's an evil thing. Yawning Man's mother and sister left the group due to his shocking, offensive words. Oh, maybe that's what he's talking about. Maybe that's why he's trying to assert his dominance and say, I can say whatever I want. Because it really sounded like that to me. And he is a cult leader, so that could be that could absolutely be what it absolutely could be what it is. That seems more like super white Hindu anti-Jesus. Yeah, because they're so messed up in the head they don't know. They're so messed up in the head they don't know. His kartals. I couldn't hear any sound of those mini cymbals. Yeah, the kartals. Bhakti Vikash Ghostananda told me that perfect brahmachari never looks upon talking to Madajis. Always only look at ladies' Madajis' feet only. Fact, personal instruction. Yeah, that's what I've heard because they can't control their senses. See, he's not teaching. Bhakti Vikash is not teaching you to control your senses. He's teaching you to avoid your emotions. He's teaching you to just avoid women. He's not telling you to. He's not teaching you how to control yourself. This is the correct instruction should have been. When you have to interact with a woman, just remember the holy name. And if you have your beads with you, hold your beads in your hand. Remember the holy name, and think of that woman as your mother or your daughter, and just control yourself as you would if you were a karmi, because karmis interact with women all the time, and they don't go nuts. So that should have been his instruction to you: is just if you when you interact with women, don't be afraid. And Prabhupada said that. Prabhupada said that. They told, I don't know if Bhakti Vikash told you this, but there was a conversation where they came to Prabhupada and said, we don't want the women, or the women came to Prabhupada or something, and they said, hey, they're telling us we can't be in the temple, we can't be in the temple room and we can't be with the men when they're up, that we agitate them. And we can't chant japa around them, and we can't be around. They don't want us anywhere around the temple when they're thing, because they say that and Prabhupada's like, what are you talking about? And they said, yeah, they told us we can't be around because we agitate them and it bothers them and they can't concentrate. And Prabhupada said, no, you can be there too. And if they can't chant and you're in the presence with women, then that's their problem. And I'll look it up. I don't know. I don't remember where, when, what the circumstances are, but that is what Prabhupada told them. He said you can't just exclude the women from everything because you are afraid that you're going to know. You got to learn how to just control yourself. But of course, Prabhupada's not teaching them how to control themselves. He's just teaching them, chant the holy name. Well, that's not control. He needed to teach them to respect these women and how to be polite and all these things. That's not Prabhupada. So Bhakti Vikash doesn't know how to treat women. He doesn't know how to talk to women. So what is he? Just look at their feet. Don't talk to them at all. Just look at their feet. Dude, you're not in control, Bhakti Vikash. If you can't be around a woman without freaking the fuck out, why are you a Swami? You should be able to walk around. Indra Yumna is walking around a bunch of women. He's not like a monkey. Bhakti Vikash is a weird. Well, they're both weird. I mean, you got him you got a guy who surrounds himself with women. Obviously, that's an issue. And then you got another guy who's like zero women, and they're both preaching the same shit. So there you go. I don't know what. I would fake tears in my eyes and cry to super white Hindu Jesus Gaurahari's chanting and teachings. Yeah, you can go in there and say, hey, are you the white super Hindu Jesus that I've heard so much about? I heard there's a super white Hindu Jesus, and it's you. And oh my God, when I heard there's a super white Hindu Jesus, I had to come. We were all here. We all came. We heard that there's a white super Hindu Jesus coming, and it's so funny. He's hiding behind some personal secrets, playing along with the cult. I'm not sure which one you were talking about, but Sankirtan Prabhu. Yeah, I mean, you. It's like we could put all the names on a wheel and spin the wheel, and it would be like wheel of pedophile and sex swami. That's what, and we would just spin it, and it would come up, and we would go, yeah, that's him, that's him. Yeah, I think so. Oh, I think it's so funny. But you're the cult. This is right up your alley because this guy is abusive. This guy's abusive and he's harmful and he's harming these people. And some of them have issues that need to be addressed, and not by him and not by this chanting. This Gaurahari guy. George Carlin said, if God did not intend us to masturbate, he would have made our arms much shorter. Yeah, I'd be running around like T-Rex. It's a little it's funny. So, hey, let's see. I want to get back over here to Mr. I'm too busy to be your guru. I'm too busy to be your guru.
Yes. So here's Prabhupada's Actually, it's a BBT summary of the chapter. Maybe we'll just go to chapter 1. That wasn't actually written by Prabhupada, and that way there'll be more suspense. So the first verse is Sri Nardu Vacha Prataryevam Vinite.
So, now, when I hear this now, I think about Knitting Cult Lady and the call and response and how important that is in controlling the mind and getting people to brainwash people, and it's part of the manipulation. They're reading the verse and then they say it back, and then he reads it again, and then he reads it, and then they read it back, and it goes on, and then each person reads it, and everybody reads it back. The whole call and response thing goes on for a while, and I always thought, oh, they're learning a language, and they're not learning no language. This is no language class.
Harina Krodha Murtina. Hiranyakashipu Rajan. Paryatapya Drusha Sucha. So, explain briefly what this means, then we'll chant it together. Sri Nardu Vacha, you understand. The root word there is vach, from which you get words like vacuum, voice, vocal. And so this is the perfect past tense. So the root is vach, it's uvacha.
So he's always got to add in how smart he is, because, he went to Harvard. And if you got a guru that's from Harvard, he should know these things. Like the root word here is vuch. And, you get words like vacuum, voice, vocals. And this is the perfect past tense. So it's like I don't need to know that. And I'm not going to remember it after you're done talking, because we're going to go back to chanting again. But he's got to show off that he went to Harvard and he knows these things. Like I went to Harvard. I'm Harvard dumbass Goswami. I might know the root word of an obscure Sanskrit word and how you get these other words from that word. But as far as a demon head eating the moon, that I ain't figured that out yet.
I won't go into the details of how the U is an irregular, reduplicated, root consonant or vowel. So, Bratri Evam. Bratri Evam, thus. Evam means thus, when his brother was slain, was killed. Lock with absolute. So, Bratri Evam Vinihite. So, when his brother was thus killed,
I can't take it. I can't take this. I can't take it. I can't take it. I'm not a devotee. I can't take it. It's just I can't take it.
What in God's holy name are you blathering about? Is the whole world gone crazy? Am I the only one around here who gives a shit about the rules?
Yeah. Hey, is it International Women's Day? Is that why Gaurahari was being so offensive? I guess that's why. Did I miss? Did I miss a troll? What happened to the troll? The troll's gone. The troll left. He didn't stick around. This is like 4 feet on his tiptoes. Yeah, his feet are swinging in that chair like he's a 5-year-old. He's a 5-year-old. That's funny. He's Danny DeVito. He's Danny DeVito Swami. Danny DeVito Swami. That's too funny. He is. He's. Fucking it. It's too funny.
Ari, Prodamurtina with a boar form. I mean, talk about faking out the universe.
So anyway, I started shooting. It's so funny, man. Oh, it's too funny. Danny DeVito. He's Danny DeVito. We had a chat with him, while chatting, he just insulted literally every other guru in the movement. It was insane conversation. That's so funny. Yeah, well, of course, because he's He's Harvard dumbass Goswami. Look at him. He thinks he's Poindexter Prabhu. He's Poindexter Prabhu. He's Poindexter Prabhu pod. He's Poindexter pod. This is crazy. He's white, super Hindu Jesus. He's really. They are all they. Well, I mean, who appointed him? Prabhupada never appointed anybody guru. He never appointed anybody guru. He appointed 11 Ritviks. That's it. He never appointed any gurus. This guy took sannyas at the age of 23 freaking years old, if I'm not wrong. I remember hearing him saying, tough, so no boner since 23 years of age. Physically impossible. Yeah, he got his Woody at 23, and then never got another Woody after that. After that, he never got another Woody. I don't believe that, because he was getting massages by these women in bikinis. He had his disciples in bikinis giving him massages. And he got caught doing that, and everybody knows that. And it's not, it's not like I'm making that up. It's like, that's well known. Everybody knows that. Everybody. I mean, most people do know that. It's master's degree in verbal diarrhea. Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing is if he goes to Harvard and he takes a debate class, and he takes a theology class, and he takes a bunch of these religion classes where all they're going to do is teach him about religion, but he's not going to learn. He's not taking any logic or anything that's going to teach him, physics or logic or anything where he can come to the conclusion that to help him come to the conclusion that he's in a cult and he's a cult leader and that these books are a bunch of fairy tales. I mean, that's not hard. It's not hard to come to that conclusion, especially these books. That's not a hard thing to do. It's just not. And he couldn't do it. He couldn't do it. Oh man, it's never funny. It never ceases to amaze me. It is so funny. But no trolls in here. I gotta figure out how to get these trolls. I mean, I know there's trolls in here because there's 23 people watching and no one's speaking up. What pisses me off, and it's illegal, that all these gurus, including the founder, are taking in disciple women and still treat them as third-class citizens, doctors berate them. It's criminal. It absolutely is. It is. It's, and I don't understand why women join this. Well, I do. They don't understand it's a cult. They don't understand it's a cult. If they understood it was a cult, they wouldn't join. They'd realize that this is abusive. They don't realize the truth, that it's abusive. It's not surrendering. It's not mercy. It's not karma. It's none of that stuff. It's abuse. It's manipulation. It's coercion. It's a high control group. It's narcissism. In Czech, you're supposed to address women as grandmother, not just a mother, so you create a feeling of ick and don't think about them sexually. You should just think about them as women and just control yourself. That's all. Just control yourself. Just control yourself. People go to work all day long with women. They sit in an office with women. There's women in there. I mean, there is harassment. There's definitely sexual harassment. But I mean, it's not like, not like Pirates of the Caribbean, guys are chasing women around the office, and tired, that's what they want you to think. That's what Hare Krishnas will want you to think. But man, I worked at American Express. Half the office was women. And I'm working, women sitting right next to me, a woman sitting over here. Women's supervisor, managers, CEO, whatever. I mean, I wasn't going nuts. Nobody's going nuts. It's just life. We're just going on. We're just going on. But no, Bhakti Vikash Swami, he can't handle that. What, you want me to sit next to a woman? Oh my God. This guy, no, you women, you stay over there. Get over there. Don't come near me. I don't, How is that controlling your senses? That's avoiding your senses. That's avoiding how you feel and your emotions and pretending like you just, what do you want to do? To lock all the women up so we never see them and they're never in our way and we can just go about our business and we never have to deal with them until we want to have sex with them. We go, we grab them, we take them, we unlock, think, hey, come with me. We take them out and we use them for a while and we put them back. I mean, what is that? Is that Bhakti Vikash's idea of how we deal with women? Is that we just keep them away? Keep them away. I mean, that's Taliban shit. That's Taliban. Keep them covered up in a burqa and all the periscope. They can peek out. They can peek out and look at the world through a hole in their friggin' covering. And they can't do anything. They can't go anywhere. They can't work. They can't go to school. Just stay away from the men. Stay in your sack, peek out your hole, and go away. Is that what Bhakti Vikash wants? So his boys can be pure and spiritual and holy. Do we need that? I'm serious. I'm not joking. The Taliban does it. The Taliban does it. The Saudis or whoever do it. They don't let women drive. They don't let women shop or whatever. They don't let women do anything. Keep them covered up so that men can't see their skin. I don't want to see their skin. I might go nuts. Get a Woody. It's separate men and women. Yeah, it only teaches both genders to sort of dislike one another and see each other as objects. It's damaging in every sense. And like that girl was saying, she was brought up in ISKCON, and it's like she's got to feel like I got to attract a man so I can get a husband. Meanwhile, all the men are treating her like shit. But it's insane. It's insane. It's not healthy. I'm telling you, it's not healthy. That's why I'm saying everybody's abused by this cult. Everybody's abused by it. All the people that say, I'm having a good time, I'm not abused. Yes, you are. You're being abused. You're just brainwashed, Stockholm Syndrome, and you don't know it. And that's why I'm here doing this show, doing this stream, doing this whatever, this YouTube channel. Because you don't know. You don't know you're in a cult. You think you're in a 5,000-year-old whatever tradition, Krishna playing a flute, Lord Chaitanya with the arms and the good rice, all this bullshit, giggling and laughing like Gaurahari, or sitting around thinking you're a white super Hindu Jesus. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the next white super Hindu Jesus, and here's another one that I can't stand. This is like my greatest hits. I go through my greatest hits. Yeah, the grandma thing is kind of weird. The best thing is just learn how to just respect women, treat them with respect and dignity, and treat them like you would treat anyone else. Don't objectify and sexualize them unless they want to be. I mean, that's that's an individual thing. But that's it. It's very simple. It's not hard to figure it out. Yeah, if the future of the human race was down to ISKCON, it would quickly die out as they're so messed up over sex. Yeah, That's why they have to arrange marriages, because women wouldn't want to marry these guys. They got to force a 12-year-old girl to marry a grown man, because a grown woman, after growing up in this movement, she don't want nothing to do with these men. Like, these men are abusive. They probably abuse the women already, and when they're little girls. I'm being honest. I don't know what else to say. Yeah, I know. That's amazing. You experienced the yin yang. You were divided 8 months with Ghost Ananda and 4 months with Palooza Swami. Two ends of the same dunda. It's amazing. It's amazing. And I don't know how I don't know how. Well, I guess that had to lead to that had to lead to something. It had to lead to something. I mean, obviously you're here now. I mean, come on, trolls. Yeah, I know, trolls. Come on, come on and say something. You can't defend this. If you're not going to defend it, speak up and say that you guys are right. I remember classes where the gurus would just speak about any random shit that would go through their head, and man, that was pure suffering. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying, and not just gurus, but sometimes just who's ever given the lecture. Sometimes they just got some guy. I'd go into the temple in L.A. to, like for the evening. I'd get off work and maybe go to the restaurant, and there'd be someone in there giving a lecture. There was a point where I stopped, but when I became a Ritvik, every now and then I'd go to the restaurant, and the timing would be right, and I'd go in to see the deities, and there'd be somebody in there giving a lecture, and I don't know who they were, but sometimes I'd know who they were, but when I didn't know who they were, they'd be just some guy, and I would go, "Who's this?" Because I'd been around for, let's say, 15 years. Right? I've been around for 15 years. I know most of the people. So when I'd see someone I didn't know, I'd be like, "Who's this?" He's either from out of town and visiting, or somebody new in the ashram that is here. And I'd listen to these people, some of them talk, and they just, like you said, they just talk about, because they don't know what they're talking about, and they're just like, they'd read the purport, and then they just start, yeah, well, like when I was doing it, and then I would just shake my head and go, what the fuck? This pure suffering. It's pure suffering. It was, or what would bother me is when these gurus would sit there and lecture, and they would be lecturing about something, and they would try to relate a current event to something in Prabhupada's books, like the L.A. earthquake, or the L.A. riots, or the O.J. trial, or something would happen, and some guru would, like this bonehead Hridayananda, would sit there and be lecturing, and then say, yeah, like the L.A. riots, it's like that. Krishna, and then the material entered, and I would sit there and I go, the fuck are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? And everybody would just be like, oh, wasn't that great? I was like, these guys don't impress me. Sometimes it was pure suffering. It was pure suffering. Wait, what? Yeah, I didn't know International Women's Day. So everybody have a great International Women's Day. Rishikesh, hey, we got Rishikesh in here. How you doing? Good to see you. DeVito, Danny DeVito Adhikar. Yeah, I know. That was funny. Imagine you're a Yanni man, and he uses the F word and refers to women's bodies with an offensive term, and your mother and sister and wife are all listening, and you stay and defend him. Yeah, I mean, yeah, so, and okay, so you bring, and that's a good That's a good segue. That's a good segue. But I want to, before I get there, I want to see if the troll, I don't want the troll to think I'm ignoring him. Or he's not a troll. I guess he's on our side. You're on our side, Rishikesh? Any older ISKCON man I have had contact with speaks deplorable about women and boasts about sex. I agree with you. I agree. They talk shit about women, talk about retaining their semen, and about their sex life. I agree with you. I so sad to think of young men having wet dreams and freaking out over it. That's why I hate religion. It makes people hate their own bodies and not understand or what about someone who's a Hare Krishna, and they're gay, and they come to Hare Krishna and they're brainwashed, they're manipulated and told, no, you can be gay, and they get into it, and then they find out that you can't be gay. They don't like gays, and it's demonic, and it's this and it's that, and you're already brainwashed into it, and now you're like, well, I got to chant to not be gay, and I got to do this to not be gay, and you're just and then my friend committed suicide, and I can't say he did it because he was gay. I have no proof of that, but I'm telling you, he was tormented. He was tormented as a gay man in ISKCON. I know that. That I know. That I know. And but religion does do that. Religion does cause people to hate themselves and feel guilty and ashamed of themselves for no reason. And young ladies wouldn't understand puberty either. It keeps people ignorant, and it's upsetting. You'd think they'd educate. Yeah, Queen. If some real researcher should really do a study on ISKCON's teachings and its effects on the children and the young men. I don't think anyone has ever done that study. I don't know how you could. You'd have to just study the survivors that you can get, and just study the teachings and figure out, as somebody figure that out. But it would be a great research paper that could be published in the friggin' American Journal of Medicine or whatever. And I'm serious. That's yeah. Bhakti Vikas said to stop harassment in the workplace, women should stop going to work. Yeah, so because he's all for harassment in the workplace. He doesn't care that women are getting harassed. You don't want to get harassed? Don't go to work. That's how these people are. And that's why you guys are important, because I'll say something and then one of you will validate and say, yeah, I heard him say that. And that's what we need. That's what we need. That's absolutely what we need. Yes, absolutely. They don't educate on these topics. Women begin their period and don't know what it is, and they're never taught what it is. They don't know what it is. They avoid it, and then little girls are confused and ashamed and embarrassed or whatever. It's not. They'll abuse these poor ladies till the very end. They do. They abuse them to the very end. And they don't understand, if the woman isolate away from them, they don't get the women. The women. Yeah, well, because they got little boys that they go rape and molest in the schools. And I'm not saying that to be joking or facetious. It's true. It's the truth. They repress their sexual urges towards the women, because the women are Maya. The women are bad and evil just by being a woman. That's why they don't want them around. But men are not. So evidently they go find a little boy to molest, That is okay to them. It's in their demented world. At least I'm not having sex with a woman. The amount of women I've seen leave the cult completely burnt out, it's insane. Everybody leaves burnt out. Most people leave burnt out. But yeah, it's insane how many women stay. Yeah, it's time. You're absolutely right. It's time.
Is the whole world gone crazy? Am I the only one around here who gives a shit about the rules?
And that's what I'm saying. It's funny because they claim they are in control and have reached some form of spirituality where they're above everyone, but they're not. They're just avoiding. That's why I say these swamis are supposed to be in control, but they're not in control. They just avoid women. Now, Indrayumna Swami, you could say, well, isn't he in control? You could argue that Indrayumna Swami is in control. He's got all these women around him. But when he's rubbing his hand, I've seen him do it. When he's rubbing his hands on these little girls and he's acting like a predator, then he's not in control. And the fact that he surrounds himself with these women and he's actually feeding off it in a similar way that Gaurahari is, he's not in control. That he's out of control. If Indrayumna Swami had a few female disciples around him and men disciples, and equally, and everything was equal, then I'd say, hey, he's in control. But no, he's got women everywhere. He's got little girls everywhere. He's always got the little girls with him. I've seen him rubbing his hands on little girls in front of their parents while the little girl looks distressed. I've seen that. So I would say Indrayumna Swami is not in control. That he's out of control. If he was in control, he wouldn't be doing that. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. It's mental illness. It's mental illness. And this is a good segue. Retards are us. Absolutely. A fake human, man. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. 100% will have issues with this cult. It will break you. It'll chew you up and spit you out. And if it's not, you've got problems. Hey, have a wonderful day, Queen. Great to see you. Thanks for coming in. Please like, share, and subscribe. All that good stuff. Okay, so I want to show you this video because this is really. I got to skip over these comments. But I'm looking to see if anybody is trolling. Oh, here we go. What do we got here? We got only truth and love. If Krishna and Radha are opposite genders, doesn't it make sense that the natural order of relationship is between a man and woman eternally? Well, that you are assuming that there's a Radha and a Krishna, and you're assuming that that's the natural order, and you're assuming that someone has decided what the natural order is. And I don't know who that person is. So I disagree. The natural order is that a person can love whoever they want to love. That's what's natural. You can't force what you want to be natural onto someone else. You just can't do it. If you want something to be natural, let it be natural. If it's natural for you to be a heterosexual, then that's natural. But someone else, it's natural for them to be a homosexual. So let that person be natural and be a homosexual. Don't try to force your idea of what's natural onto someone else. That's like someone saying, hey, you got to be homosexual. Because we say that the natural order of things is homosexual. So we want you to now be homosexual. because that's what's natural. Would you like that? How would you like that? For someone to tell you that what you feel naturally in life is not natural. Would you like that? Would you like for someone to tell you that what you feel and who you love is wrong? Well, you don't think you hate them. You in your mind, you're like, I don't hate them, but you feel that there's something wrong with it, right? You feel there's something wrong with it. A relationship between same genders, it can be natural for the person who it's natural for. You can't, right? I mean, yeah, it's natural. If that's what a person wants to do, then that's natural for that person. You can't say, well, I'm homosexual, but I don't feel it doesn't feel normal to me. I want to. I really, it feels natural for me to be heterosexual, but I guess I'm homosexual, so I got to be homosexual. It's crazy. It's just because if you're going to stick to a book and you're going to make a book decide what's right and wrong and this and that, you're always going to be stuck with that conundrum of trying to force what you want or what you think onto someone else. There's no other way. There can be no other way. I used to practice Krishna consciousness for 4 years and left to do a very traumatic experience with the Guru Sangha cult. Wow, I'm sorry to hear that. I really am. I'm glad you found us because we've all had traumatic experience. I was in it for 20 years, and with my daughter, and so and just about everybody in here has had some personal experience with this cult. Absolutely. I had a very traumatic experience when I left that I've shared many times. I've shared it many times. But I understand. I'm very sorry that you had to deal with this. That's why I'm doing this, because I don't want people to get messed up in this if they can avoid it. But I want to get to this video. I'm glad I got to you because I didn't want you to think I was ignoring you or anything. Yeah, I didn't mean you're a troll. I meant you're a newcomer, and I don't. Sometimes we get mixed up. But anyway, I'm really sorry to hear that you had a bad experience, but I'm really glad you found us because we want to be here for you. We want to be here for anybody who's had an experience like that. So I'm welcome to the channel. Absolutely, man. I'm so glad that you found this. Hey, look at there. There you go, Eliana. I was in that group after leaving ISKCON. So there you go. That's. I'm glad. I'm glad you made it here. I'm glad you made it here. So yeah, lemon tree and honey. The Bhakti Field has been around for a while. Not too long ago, pretty new, but still kind of a new group. Mostly people in the group are around my age or young, in their 20s. Hey, well, listen, I'm going to show this video. I'm really glad that you found us, and I hope you continue. I hope you come back. I hope you like, share, and subscribe, and I hope you contribute to our group. It's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun, as you're going to see. We have a lot of fun here, and I want to show you this video. I got this great video here. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about it.
How would you feel if I told you that every single person you love, all the feelings that you ever felt for somebody else are just an illusion and they're meaningless? How would you feel about that? Well, that's exactly the conclusion that you cannot avoid when you ascribe to a non-dualist conception. So in this video, you'll learn 3 reasons why non-dualism falls short in many respects, and including in the very basic logical respect. Like, it doesn't even make sense. And if you stick around to the end, I'll add a little bonus quickly comparing Christian mysticism and claiming that Christian mysticism is 1,000,000 times better than straight up non-dualism. If you're here for the first time, welcome. I'm Cyril. I have about 30.
So this guy's got a couple channels. He's got a channel called Easy Bhakti, and then he's got this channel called American Krishna. So he's got this channel called American Krishna. So here he's saying, wait. So he's right. Man, I gotta tell you, man, if you think non-dualism is toxic, I don't give a shit about non-dualism or any kind of dualism or non-dualism. That's not the point. The point that this guy is a white super Hindu, thinks that Prabhupada's a pure devotee, thinks he's going back to the moon planet, going to become a 12-year-old girl and have sex with Krishna. He's just another scamming pedophile. This guy was running around trying to find a 15-year-old wife. This guy totally believes in child marriage. So, only truth and love. Who's your guru? Tell us who your guru is. That's what we want to know. That's really the only thing we want to know. Tell us who your guru. Tell us who your guru is. That's what I want to know.
Years of experience of practicing bhakti yoga. I studied at the University of California and at Oxford. And the first reason why non-dualism falls short is, as I said in the intro, it destroys any idea of personalism, of individuality. For those who are not familiar with non-dualism, or in Indian terms or in Sanskrit terms, Advaita, Vedanta, the conclusion...
Up. So he is a white, super Hindu Jesus, because he knows more about Christian mysticism than anybody else, and he knows more about how to be a Hindu. He knows more about the Vedas and Hinduism than anybody else. I mean, look, he's American Krishna. He's got a channel. He's going to preach about. I know. I know this guy again. I know Rafal and I look at this guy and just go, "Oh my God, you got to be kidding me! You got to be kidding me!" I know. I can't stand him either. Believe me, I can't stand this guy. I can't stand this guy at all. I cannot stand this guy at all. I mean, American Krishna with a beer in one hand and holding a cigarette. Well, obviously he's American Krishna because look how he's dressed. Look how he's got his American baseball hat on. He's got his leisure jacket. He's got his little blazer on, whatever, right?
Ultimately is that you're God, I'm God. We're all one. And any idea of individuality, like being a person, is categorized as just being a phenomena of ego.
Okay, so he wants to get philosophical. We are people, okay? We're a person, each one of us. We're individual people. And all this talk about it's all one and we're this and that, and we're non-dual, we're not a person, we're part of this. I don't want to hear that bullshit. None of that stuff, none of all this stuff is gonna put a dime in my pocket. It's not gonna pay my rent. It's not gonna put food in my mouth. It's not gonna do anything that makes my life better or easier or happier. In fact, all this crap with your Advaita, Vedanta, and Advaita, and a Chinchabeta Beta Tattva, and all of that stuff makes my life more miserable. How do I know? I did it for 20 fucking years. I did it for 20 years. It makes everybody's life miserable. Everybody's life miserable. And dude, American Christian, I got a message for you. You're miserable too. Because if you were happy, you wouldn't give a fuck about all this preaching shit and all of this non-duality and the three fatal flaws and the Dvaita and Veda and all that. You wouldn't care. You'd be happy. You'd be in transcendental bliss, chanting your mantra, eating your prasadam, living in a hut, down by the river, and you wouldn't give a fuck about anything.
And since ego is bad, you got to get rid of ego, and therefore you got to get rid of any idea that we're individual.
This is what causes the mental illness. All of this bullshit. Believing in all of this bullshit and the ego, and you got to do this, and you got to, and the three modes of material nature, and the mode of goodness, and the mode of passion, and all that crap. That's what causes the mental illness. Because none of that shit is real. None of it has anything to do with anything. It's all a bunch of bullshit.
What in God's holy name are you blathering about?
This is what they used to talk about 1,000 years ago when they sat around a fire smoking hashish and they had nothing else to do. And these old guys with the beards and the dreadlocks piled up on their head would sit around and talk about this shit because they didn't know shit. Fucking stupid. And this guy's gonna sit there and I went to Oxford, I went to USC, and I went to Oxford, and look at me, I'm still in a fucking stupid ass pedophile cult because I don't know anything, because I'm stupid. And how come only Truth and Love 1232 hasn't told us who the fucking guru is? I know, wasted. I wasted 20. I'm trying to make you feel better. I wasted 20. I want you to feel better. You only wasted 4. I wasted 20. And I know it doesn't give you your 4 back, but I just want you to know. I know how you feel. I'm with you, man, all the way. I'm with you all the way, man. Yes, absolutely. Not wasted. You learned a lot. And hopefully that'll never happen again. And when you learn the truth about this cult that you were in, and then you'll be able to you'll see the world better. You really will. You'll see the world better. Follow some of the people, the knitting cult lady, and some other cult experts, and learn about cults and how this happened to you, and why, and how to heal, and all of that, and you'll come out a better person. You'll come out a stronger, better person. Believe me, you absolutely will. All these philosophies does nothing but put food on it. Is this something you can talk about? It's nothing to waste your life arguing about or chanting and ding-a-ling-a-dingy and bumpity-bump and good night, Bert. Good night, Ernie. Is this stupid? It's just stupid. You have to unlearn everything. Absolutely. And this guy doesn't realize, this guy's too stupid to know. He's just wasting his life. He went to college and all this shit, Oxford, and he doesn't realize he is literally wasting his life.
And therefore, the only thing that ultimately counts and is real, as the famous saying goes, Brahma Satyam Jagat Mithya.
Oh, shut up. Man. I forgot what I was going to say because just looking at this fucker's face pisses me off. But okay, so that's him. That's that guy. That's that guy. What do we got going on? Yeah. I worked 2 to 3 jobs and still had to put myself through high school and college the proper way. No OnlyFans exit, just grit and honest hard work. Yeah. Getting your life back together, Stay strong. You're a survivor. Come in here every chance you get because we want to share with you and we want your input. We want your input. We want you to laugh and joke around with us. We want to have a really good time. We want you to comment on stuff that we're commenting on, and we want you to have a lot of fun. And I'm not asking Lemon Tree. I'm not asking you for your good. I want to know who only truth and love, only truth and love. I want to know who only truth and love, who their guru is. And Sacred Cow, if Sacred Cow is watching, you chicken shit, why don't you tell me who your guru is? All you fucking trolls out there. Tell me who your guru is. Who do you get down and wash their feet and worship? Who is it? Because I know there's a lot of people watching right now. I mean, now's your chance. Now's your chance. Come in, tell me off. Tell me I'm full of shit. Tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. And tell me who your guru is. And no skin off my nose. Danny DeVito, Acharya Dave. Let's go back. Let's go back over here. This all you Hare Krishnas out there. I just want you to know that this is who you really are. You might think that these people are nuts, but this is you. This is you.
Hey, go ahead, Lilito.
Most revelations happen when you're in trance, actually. These are when you're in trance with God.
Actually, all of them.
So hey, so Lemon Tree, I'm fine right now. I got a job and I'm saving money, trying to get things back on my feet. Good for you. It's good for you. Absolutely. Now, how long have you been out? When did you leave? How long were you? How long ago did you leave? How long have you been out? Yeah, we're rooting for you. Come hang out with us as much as you can. That way you'll feel like you got friends and you won't want to go back, okay? Because the last thing you want to do is feel lonely and want to go back. You just don't do that. Definitely don't do that. Because some people say, I've read people on the internet who are trying to leave ISKCON, but they're hanging out there, and they go, well, I'm leaving ISKCON, but I still hang out there because I got friends there, and I don't really, I don't know what else to do, and that's the worst thing. That is absolutely the worst thing. So, I wonder if by any divine arrangement, actual ISKCON guru sneak in and look. Yeah, that'd be funny. I first heard of ISKCON around 91 when I bought a book, left around the end of 97. So you bought a book. So somebody sold you a book, or you like went in and bought a book? Well, Raphael, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody is checking out just to see what's going on, because I'm sure people, I'm sure the word is going around that this is happening, that we're doing this. I mean, I'm sure, I'm positive. So I wonder if maybe some of them are like, hey, I heard something's going on, and they just kind of pop in just to see, kind of like how I pop in to see what Gaurahari's doing. They might just pop in. Oh, it's some guy with glasses and he's got pictures of Vrindavan, and he just talks bullshit. There's nothing to worry about. He's not doing anything. I think maybe there's some of that going on. I absolutely think maybe there's a little bit of that going on. I missed it since December 20. So you just recently left. Okay, so it's probably been hard for you. Like you said, you're got a job, saving money, trying to get your life back. So that was recently. That's not that long ago. You gotta subscribe and come in and tell us as you feel more comfortable joining in with us. As you feel more comfortable joining in with us, you'll feel more comfortable and you'll share with us. And when you start sharing with us, it'll be very therapeutic for you. I know it will, because it's therapeutic for all of us. Imagine if Gaurahari joins our live. Yeah, come on in, Gaurahari. You come on in. You and Gaurahari and Gora Hoodie can go at it. Imagine if ISKCON ran a country. Yeah, it would be like Afghanistan. Mike and our roar on here making them tremble. Yeah, they're very quiet. They're very quiet, and you can just come in and just say, "Hey, my guru is this guy," and then I'm going to say, "How did he become a guru? How was he authorized?" And then you're going to say, "Well, Prabhupada appointed him," and I'm going to say, "Prabhupada didn't appoint anybody." I'm going to say, "Prabhupada didn't appoint anybody." Show me where Prabhupada appointed anybody. Where's that letter? Gaurahari sneaking in to watch Mike's live YouTube and feeling the mercy of Bhakti Venmo. I know. He's going to start laughing and crying in ecstasy when he realizes the truth. Yeah, lots of trolls watching, and it's good. It's good that they're watching. I don't have a problem with them watching. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised we had stalker ourselves. Well, I've got that stalker on that's leaving these messages. That Sacred Cow, he's kind of a stalker, and then that Tarun Govinda Das, he's kind of a stalker too. Guys, just bear in mind, Radhanath Dicky Slavins is friends with Mukesh Ambani. He's the 11th richest man on this planet. No further comment. Yeah, it figures that scumbag would be friends with that guy. Now, I'm not afraid of Radhanath. I'm not afraid of Dicky Slavin. Even with all his money, I'm not afraid of him. I'm 65 years old. I mean, what the fuck? And I could give a shit. But I mean, maybe you guys aren't 65. I mean, you guys, you do what you got to do. You do what you got to do. That's funny. Yeah, it's good to have friends in high places. Yeah, just because you're the 11th richest guy in the world doesn't mean you want to go to jail. You know what I mean? Just because you got a lot of money doesn't mean. Yeah, oh, is it that guy? Yeah, you know what I mean? These people. Yeah, Sacred Cow, scared. I called him Scared Cow. Scared Cow. He won't come in here. He might be watching, but he don't want to say anything because he knows I know what I'm talking about. He keeps calling me stupid, and but again, I just want to know who they. Yeah, we have no fear. I mean, you can what are you gonna do? I mean, really, that would be the worst thing to do. Would be like try to show some. Try to intimidate somebody or show some. I mean, that's going to get you nowhere. But okay, so I got a lot of trolls watching, so I'm not going to end it. We're gonna do this.
There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call dimension of imagination, dimension of imagination, dimension of imagination, dimension of imagination, dimension of imagination.
There you go. There's your mental patients. There you go. There's your mental patients worshiping these guys like they're God. Literally worshiping these two freaks sitting there. These two freaks sitting there like they're God, like they're holy, like they've done something in their life to be worshiped like God. Like they've done something in their life to be worshiped like God. I've said this many times, and I'm going to say it again. I'll worship a bus driver for the great job that the bus driver does. Getting up every morning, driving that dirty, stinky bus, all these people on the bus yelling, screaming, giving him a hard time. He's driving them around. He doesn't give a fuck. He's telling them, shut up, sit down. And he's driving his bus, taking people where they got to go, doing his service. It's a horrible job. And nobody wants that job. Some people do because they make a lot of money. But that's a thankless fucking job. Nobody gives a fuck about a bus driver. And the shit they got to go through. Put their lives on the line. Shit, in some cities, driving a bus is friggin', you get murdered. You could die driving a bus. Detroit, Philadelphia, L.A., San Francisco, Houston, Atlanta. Bus drivers, that's a thankless fucking job, and people depend on that bus driver. The little old lady needs to get to wherever she needs to go, shopping, go to the market, get some food. Somebody needs to go cash their Social Security check. Somebody needs to go to the doctor. Some little kid needs to go to school. All these people, they depend on that bus driver to do his job. And I worship that fucker more than I worship these guys. The fuck has this guy ever done? Sitting there telling his fairy tales. People worshiping him with flowers and lamps and other shit. Like, he's special. Like, those stinky feet are important. These fucking pieces of shit ain't done nothing but scam people, cause people misery with their 4 regulative principles and all their 10 offenses to the holy name and all that bullshit. It causes people so much harm in 64 rounds and 16 rounds and all of that crap. And women with small brains and defending child molesters. That's who these guys are. And they get worshipped. Fuck that. Fuck that. Worshiping a bunch of fucking pedophiles. You fucking freaks. That's all you do is worship these guys. You worship these guys 24 hours a day. You get up in the morning, you go worship your guru. You offer some flowers and water and food or whatever, and you say your fucking pranam prayers to your guru and Prabhupada and whatever. And then you go to the temple and you worship in there, and you worship your guru in there, and you worship the deities and whatever. And then you go and you worship Guru Puja, you worship your guru, you worship your friggin' Prabhupada. And then you worship the Tulsi plant. And then you go out on books distribution and you're selling these stupid books or whatever service you're doing. And you go back to the temple and you worship some more. And you read some more books. Fucking stupid. And you want to be called your grace for doing nothing but reading fucking bedtime stories? You read bedtime stories for a living and you want me to worship you like you're a fucking God? You think you're a holy man? Talk about delusion. Hot Lips is live streaming on YouTube. You gotta be out of your mind. You gotta be out of your goddamn mind. You gotta be. Somebody send me that. Somebody send me that link, please. You send me that link. And I don't mean to make fun of her, but I gotta see this. I gotta see what this Gaurahari is doing to her. I gotta see what this Gaurahari is doing to her. I know it's a train wreck. We're all dying to see this. We're all dying to see the damage that this cult is doing to this woman. We're you sent it in chat. Where you sent it in chat? I missed it. I appreciate you exposing pedophiles and sexual grooming abuse. Seen it happening personally with Temple President and ISKCON, Dallas Temple grooming young married women to sleep with. Yeah, there it is. And that's why, I say that people that participate is important because, that's not my story. I have my own story. That's the story that's the story that you've heard or that you know of personally. And you put all these stories together, it's not some guru or this temple or that guy. It's ISKCON. It's a pedophile cult with these fucking freaks like this. I'll leave this crap, man. Yeah, I want to make sure I'm not missing any. I didn't see the link. If you give us the link again, it'd be great. I didn't see the link. I'm looking for it. I'm sorry. I don't see it. Oh, here we go. This is it. Let me see. How can I get that? All right, let's do it, everybody. I don't know what to say. Is everybody ready for this? I guess she's graduated to Madhavi Devi status. I mean, she's now right. I mean, is that what we can conclude from this? I'm having problems with my computer here. Oh. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Sorry, guys. I'm just. This is going to be fun, though. It's going to be worth it. Just hang in there. Hang in there with me. Whoops. All right, here we go. We're getting there. Oh my goodness. All right, let's see if it works. No. Oh, okay. I know where I went wrong. This is what happens when you're 64 years old and oh my goodness. You've got to be kidding me.
I will read something now. Okay? Just sit and wait and hear. Let me see.
Hare Krishna.
Oh, so
Hare
everybody's
Krishna. Oh,
in there.
wow.
Everybody's
Krishna,
in there.
You,
Mataji, Hare Krishna,
nice to
Mataji.
see you. Can I
Hare
see? Yeah,
Krishna.
yeah, yeah. Tell
Excited to
me
see you.
something
Hare
about you. How are you doing?
I am empowered version of the Lord.
She's a guru now. This is amazing. She's a guru now, and
So, can I see your full face instead of half of it?
Oh yes.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, good. So, you're born as a Hare Krishna devotee? Your parents are devotees?
Yes.
And you live in South Africa? Did I understand?
was she doing the Gaurahari
I'm
thing?
very cool.
Is that what
I'm
she's?
very empowered version. I love Krishna. Krishna is love.
You gotta be kidding me! This is amazing. This is really.
I'm Krishna's pilot.
Did I understand clearly you live in South Africa?
Yes, I live in South
I
Africa.
do
How on
too.
earth
I
did you
do
know
too.
that?
She's.
I think you said it in Guru's class.
Oh yeah. Shit. Forgot I said that.
How is life there?
Very good.
Are you living in a temple? Or
No. My house is my temple. Let me find something. Let me find my amazing book.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. This is.
Yeah. The science of self-realization. Yeah.
Yes, this book.
I don't know.
The science
That's
of
your Bible.
self-realization. I'm very self-realization. Realized.
So you found Guru Maharaj by accident? So just, or were you searching for something?
No. No.
Yeah, we're in some kind of.
What was your question? I don't hear a question.
You found Guru Maharaj Facebook page or YouTube channel
YouTube
just
channel,
by
yeah.
coincidence?
Yes, by coincidence. He just popped up on YouTube page. He's like, I watched a lot of Kirtan videos. Yes.
You like
Kirtan
it?
videos.
You like his
Yes,
preaching?
very much. He's very
Really?
empowered. He's very like Jesus Christ. He's like
Yeah.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yes, definitely.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, he makes me cry. It's insane just hearing about him. Like he empowers me to be like Hare Krishna.
Oh my God! Okay, I can't take this. I can't. I can't.
Krishna, Hare Nam, Hare Nam.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
sing
can
with me.
feel it. Yeah. I also had this immediately the feeling, well, yeah, this is a Jesus trip. This is that powerful fight, to throw away the holy houses, to smash the holy houses and to turn the tables, to give actually all of us the possibility to abandon religion.
Yeah, I agree.
This.
Yeah.
This is disturbing to
Yeah.
me. This is really
Well,
kind
I
of
hope you
disturbing to me.
stay.
This is disturbing to me. I don't feel comfortable watching this for some reason.
Big boy.
Big boy.
Shall I read a few verses of the gopis?
Yes, please read gopis versus love the gopis. Yes, please read.
Okay, thank you.
I'm.
This is chapter 33 of Srimad Bhagavatam.
No, I do. I don't like this. This is disturbing to me. Oh, here she goes.
Oh, glory to my Guru Maharaj. Oh, there is somebody else.
Oh, that I get.
Imagine Gurudev and Sri Lalita Ganga, Sri Dharma Ki Jai. Yes. Sri Lalita
Somebody
Ki
else
Jai.
is there. Oh my God.
You know, it's
It's a little bit more complicated than I thought. So the festive rasa dance commenced with the gopis arrayed in a circle. Lord Krishna expanded himself and he entered between each pair of gopis. And as that master of mystic power, he placed his arms around their necks.
I can't take it. I can't take that. I can't take that. It's she's been manipulated by this guy. She's been abused by this guy, mentally abused by this guy. He's got her so fucked up in the head that she thinks that she's a super white Hindu Jesus now, and that she can go on here and she's going to interact with people, and she's going to recite from these books, and she's going to laugh and cry, and act a fool like this. I can't take it. This guy's fucking up her head. He's fucking up her head, and people out there could say, "Well, Mike, how do you know she's not enjoying it?" She could say she's enjoying it. Rupa Manjari was saying that she was enjoying it when Narayan was abusing Rupa Manjari. She wasn't saying anything about it. She was talking about how great he was. He was the greatest friggin' thing in the world. Meanwhile, he's raping her every night. This woman is so fucked up. She doesn't even know that he's abusing her. She's got no idea what it takes to get into someone's brain and make them act like this.
Each girl thought he was standing next to her alone. The demigods and their wives were overwhelmed with eagerness to witness the residents, and they soon crowded the sky with their hundreds of celestial airplanes.
And I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. He's got them brainwashed. He's got them convinced that this is ecstatic symptoms. This is the highest stage. If you're laughing and crying and acting a fool like she is, then you're up there. You're white super Hindu Jesus. And she believes it. She believes it. She believes this stuff. Yeah. Avery, you're going to fly one of those. You're going to fly in a flower airplane? Are you waiting to fly a flower airplane? You're not waiting for one of those, are you? You know better than that, right? I mean, you know better than that. You know there ain't no flower airplanes, right? She's a yeah, and this is not doing her any good. And I'm telling you, the longer this shit goes on, the worse she's going to crash when she realizes it's a bunch of bullshit. And she's going to realize it's a bunch of bullshit. One day, I hope so. I hope she doesn't waste another 8 years doing this. This is really sad. It's really friggin' sad. And this is what I'm talking about. All of a sudden now she's laughing and crying. She's reading the story about the gopis and she's laughing and crying because it's time to laugh and cry. But when Gaurahari is talking and he's talking about he's super Jesus or whatever, she wasn't laughing and crying then when he was talking and doing all that. I mean, she was hearing his voice. He's self-realized. He's a pure devotee come down from the spiritual world, obviously. I mean, he's white super Hindu Jesus. I mean, white super Hindu Jesus is talking to you. I mean, obviously you should be laughing and crying, right? I mean, doesn't that make sense? That's, that's what I've been saying for a while. Is that we don't know what her issue is, and I'm not trying to be funny, and I'm not trying to diagnose her, but she could have some problems. I mean, there's a whole, shall we say, spectrum of problems that she could have. She could have learning disability, or she could just have bipolar. She could be bipolar, or she could suffer from mild depression or severe depression. She could suffer from schizophrenia. She could suffer from some personality disorder, maybe multiple personality disorder. Maybe this is Lolita that we see, but maybe there's another person in there that comes out when the camera's not on. Maybe she's somebody. I mean, we don't know. She could have some issues. And I'm not joking. I'm being serious. She could have some issues, and she's not going to know, and we're not going to know, and no one's going to know until she goes and gets it figured out. Because obviously she's not well. She's not well. I'm gonna tell you right now, she's not well. Oh my goodness, what's going on? Oh no.
With the power of his divine hand. Spirit-filled word, backed up by the Lord himself because of your relationship with him. And all of them, if you're deep into the Lord, if you can really meditate on the Lord, it is only you and him. It is only you and him, nothing else. You need to be capable to do that. And Guru Maharaj gives us the higher taste so that we do that with taste, otherwise.
Guru Maharaj gives us the higher taste. Oh my goodness.
Your mind is going somewhere else, but Guru Maharaj gives us so much taste in Krishna that you can focus in the depth on only him, on only Vrindavan, on only his pastimes, on only his...
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody can see it. And if we can see it, I got to believe that Gaurahari can see it. She definitely suffers from something. Yeah, I'm 100% positive. She has said openly that she's had lots and lots of therapy. And I'm going to say openly that she needs lots and lots more therapy. That's what I'm going to say, and I'm not joking. I'm being serious again.
On only his lessons. And that I can glorify that staying, and that I can glorify the one who gave me this life. I don't think a second about myself.
Okay. So this is where, okay, this is another one. So this is another thing I want to say. She's getting words directly. She's getting words directly from her ass. So this is the other thing I want to say. This is where she's gone from a victim. She's gone from victim to perpetrator now, because now she's perpetrating the scam. She's trying to perpetrate the scam on other people. So now she's online, she's on YouTube, and she's trying to preach this stuff that he heard, that she's trying to preach this stuff that she's heard from him and glorify him to the rest of the world. That's what she's doing right now. She's perpetrating the scam. She's like, okay, I'll scam from my guru.
okay, Lord, give, 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 so that I can give myself, so that you can multiply yourself through me, so that people become intoxicated just like me. It's not meant for me alone.
Okay, I'm done. I'm done with her. That's too disturbing for me. That's too disturbing for me. She's not well. She's not well. She's not well. She's not well. She's not a well person. Someone needs. She needs family to do an intervention. Get her some help. She needs. Yeah, she needs something. She needs family. She needs. Does her family know? Does she have family? Does she have? Does she have siblings? Does she have any children? Does she have anyone, any family that can care for her? Because she needs care. She needs help. She needs help. And hanging around with this guy, is making it worse. It's making it worse. Now she's on here. Now she's doing this. Now she's doing this. And it bothers me to see it. It bothers me to see it. It bothers me that there's nobody in her life that can intervene with her and say, hey, I think maybe, maybe you need I know you had lots and lots of therapy, but maybe you need something. This is not normal. This is not good. This is just not good. It is. It's dark as fuck because this Gaurahari guy has done this to her. He's doing this to her. This guy belongs in jail. If this guy was a guru, he'd tell her. He'd say, you know what? I think you really need to see a psychiatrist and maybe, talk out some of your issues. I'm not saying don't chant. I'm not saying don't love Radha and Krishna if that's what you want to do. But I'm saying maybe you should just go get some therapy. Just go talk to somebody. Go seek some professional help. Seek some professional help because if she's in this type of state, this is not healthy. Who knows what she could do? She could harm herself. She could harm herself. That's how. This is the type of state that people are in when they do self-harm. They're out of their minds. Yeah, absolutely. If that was my loved one, and I was watching her do this, I'd say, I gotta get you out of this guy. You gotta stop. No more logging in. No, I'm taking the internet away from you. No more Gaurahari. And we're taking you to a doctor. We're gonna get you some medicine. We're gonna get you some Xanax or something. We're gonna get you some Xanax and some diazepam. You need some diazepam is what you need. You need like a lot. You need a lot of yeah, and that's the disease. That's the disease. That's what I'm saying. That's the disease. She's getting this from him. He's infecting her brain. Her brain is gone. Now she thinks she's him. It's just so bad. I would say that anybody. Oh my goodness! You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. I'm serious, man. You got to be.
But also, I see lights. While I chant, I see all colors of lights. I'm addicted on it. I cry because it's so beautiful.
Yeah, that's I feel bad even I don't even want to watch her anymore. I don't want to watch her. I don't want to comment on her. She needs help. She needs help, and I don't want to have anything to do with her. I don't want to have anything to do with her because I don't want to inadvertently contribute to her mental state. I don't want her to like see me talking about her and then she goes off the deep end. I mean, I really don't. I don't want to have anything to do with this woman. I feel that she's in a volatile state. She's in a state where she could do self-harm or harm herself or harm someone else. I mean, we just don't know. And someone whose mind is acting in this way, you don't know. You don't know. And I feel like Gaurahari has created this. He's wound her up. He's wound her up like a top. Wound her up like a top and set her off. And it's like, and that's the thing. It's like all these other people in his group, they hear the same shit that she does. She's the one that's going off because she's the one that's got some kind of issues. And that's the danger. That's the danger is you preach this crap to people like this, and this shit is dangerous. And you don't know who it's going to infect or how it's going to infect them. You got these guys wanting to murder other people. You got Dickie Slavin with his millionaire friend. And I know he intimidates people. He sues people who talk shit about him. He likes to talk. He likes to sue people that mention him, talk shit about him. These. A lot of these gurus can see right through their bullshit, but do you feel like, or have you heard of them studying hypnotherapy before becoming a guru? Because I have. No, I wouldn't put it past them, but this shit that they do is like hypnotism anyway. But I understand what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Hypnotism is the same thing. You allow yourself to be hypnotized. You go along with it. I'm not saying it doesn't work. It works, but you got to go along with it. If you're sitting there and you don't want to be hypnotized, you won't be hypnotized. But if you just open up and and you let yourself go, that shit can work on you. But you have to be open to it. You have to let it. And that's just like this shit. But this cult shit, this cult manipulation, all the 10 steps that they do, all the isolation and charismatic leader and transcendent message and the sacred assumption and the us versus them and all of that stuff. That stuff works pretty well. That works pretty well already. It works so well that people don't know it's working. That's how well it works. But I've never heard of them doing hypnotism on purpose, but I wouldn't put it past them. I wouldn't put it past them. I cry because it's so beautiful. Wow, sad story we're witnessing here. Last stage of being in a cult. Either she lives or stays in it for much longer. Unfortunately, I've seen similar symptoms elsewhere. Yeah, it sounds like my friend Radha Kuhn. He was like, you could prove to me this is fake, and I'd still do it. It's just that much fun. I have that much fun doing it that you could prove to me it's wrong, and I would still do it. And that's what I'm saying. It's like Renaissance Fair. It's like cosplaying. Cosplaying is not real. So even if you could prove to me that it's not real, I'll still cosplay. I don't care. And like Lalita Ganga, she doesn't care that it's not real. She's laughing and joking. She's laughing and crying and having a good old time. But at one point, she will realize it's not real. And she's going to realize, like, why do I need to do this? Because faking it doesn't make it real. So it's why eventually she's going to realize, why am I faking it? Like we all did. At some point we said, why am I chanting? Even when I left, even when I was leaving Hare Krishna, I was still going to chant. I was like, I don't need these guys. I don't need ISKCON. I don't need Yashoda Nandan. I can go be a devotee by myself. And I was like, I'll just go chant. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. And then I'm like, why am I chanting? This is all a bunch of bullshit. Prabhupada's a pedophile. This is that. These guys, that guy's, child marriage, fucking all of this bullshit, the racism, the sexism, all this. Why am I chanting? Like, once she figures out that Gaurahari is a bullshit artist, why would she keep chanting? Like, once you realize Prabhupada's books are full of shit, why read them? They become worthless. They become less than worthless. I mean, right? I mean, fake it till you're Vedic. And here it is, the poster child for faking it till you're Vedic. But again, I don't want to dwell on her. She needs help. She really needs help. And you know what? Let me tell you guys. Hey guys. Hey guys, this is what you should do when you go into Gaurahari's live. You should go in there and you should tell her and him, hey man, we're concerned about Hot Lips. We think Hot Lips needs she needs help. Funny you saying this, Mike. Indra Yumna said the same shit. Once he said, even if there's no Krishna or Goloka, I'll still chant because I like it, and yummy prasad as well. We will continue forever. Jai. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's it. Indra Yumna, Swami. That's why I say they're all the same. That's why I say they're all the same. Radha Kun said it. Indra Yumna Swami said it. Bhakti Vikash would say the same thing. And Indra Yumna Swami would say the same thing that Bhakti Vikash says the same thing. Bhakti Vikash says, this is the sweetest Swami you'll ever meet. And Indra Yumna Swami, this is the sweetest Swami you'll ever meet. They're all the same guy. It's the funniest thing. It's the funniest thing. And, but yeah, you guys, you should, I'm telling you, seriously, you should go into Gaurahari's live and say, hey, we're here to have an intervention. We think that Hot Lips needs some help, and we're here to get her some help. And she's suffering from depression or bipolar. She's got some issues, and this stuff is not making it better. And everyone can see it. Everyone can see it. And we have a court order. We have a court order from a judge. We have a court order from a judge. She's not allowed to be in this Zoom anymore. Her family wants to know where she is. Her family's looking for her. That's what I think you should do. You should go in there and show some concern for this woman. Seriously. I mean, I know he's going to kick you out and he's going to edit, but you should seriously go in there and show some concern for this woman. Go in there and say justice for Hot Lips, right? Where's fake human? Fake human. You got to put justice for Hot Lips. You got to take her some lunch. You got to take her some good rice. You got to go into Gaurahari's thing and say, hey, we're here with the good rice. We wanted to bring some good rice to Hot Lips. But that's what you guys need to do. That's my request. That's my Bhakti Venmo Sri Mukunda. I ate so much of that unhealthy food. I don't even want to think about it. I ate so much unhealthy food at the Sunday feast and Mahaprasadam that, I probably got clogged arteries. I don't even want to think about it. I really don't. There you go. That's it. Justice for Hot Lips. Justice for Hot Lips. She does. She needs justice. And absolutely. Hey, Lemon Tree. I can't believe I fell for the scam. I seriously need help if I'm that dumb. Yes, you found help. We are the help. You're going to come in here and you're going to laugh with us and you're going to joke around. All that stuff you couldn't do when you were in it. And you're going to have a great time. And you're going to tell us stories and you're going to hear our stories. and we're going to share, we're going to laugh, we're going to cry, we're going to remember, we're going to reminisce, and we're going to have a great time. I'm telling you, we're going to have a great time. And we're going to get justice for Halips. Lemon, don't beat yourself up for it. All of us fell for it. Most importantly, you're out. You're not dumb. Yeah, you know, I still beat myself up for it a little bit. I do. I have to be honest with you. Sometimes I'm watching these clips, and I'm like, just like you, Lemon, I'm like, 20 years. I was at 20 years, man. 20 years. I was in it for 20 years. Yeah, this is our therapeutic get-together. We're all ex-members, and we have a couple cult experts, and yeah, I don't use ghee. I haven't used ghee. I haven't used ghee, but I've had some Indian food with ghee. A lot of good Indian food where I am. I know it's not good for you. It's just not good for you. Yeah, Lemon, just walk away. Yeah, Lemon Drop walked away. It was good. He did it.
Just walk away. There has been too much violence, too much pain. Just walk away, and there will be an end to the horror. Just walk away.
Gaurahari directly addressed this issue today in his live. There are those who think Lolita is crazy, and she's not. Lolita knows she's crazy. Lolita knows she's crazy. That's why he's evil and sinister. He's using her. He doesn't want to lose her. He doesn't want her to go get therapy. He doesn't want her to get help. He doesn't want her to come to her senses. Because if she goes and gets therapy, and the therapist goes, so what do you do? And she goes, well, I go to this Zoom meeting with my Guru Maharaj, and I laugh and cry when he talks about Krishna, and we chant. And the therapist is going to go, what? And she's going to go, yeah, I have a Guru Maharaj, and he's going to go, well, you know what? I think maybe that might be your problem. You're worshiping this guy like he's God, and then you read these bedtime stories. See, Gaurahari doesn't want that to happen. That's the last. That's the last thing he wants. That's the last thing he wants. Yeah, you're on the path. You know what? Your recovery is going to be fun, and it's going to be enjoyable now. Really, I'm serious. We are all serious about that. None of us had a group like this when I didn't have a group like this when I left. I left like you. I left cold turkey on my own, like a hobo with a stick and my belongings in a bag, and I walk it out of the street. I left with nothing, and I had to get my life back from scratch, and it was 20 years. So I didn't have a group. I didn't have any support group at all, and so this is going to be good for you. It really is. It really is. And I'm excited to have you tell us some stories and tell us about what's going on. We want to know what happened, what you've seen, what you've heard, and what you know. And we're all curious. We're all curious. And you're going to hear what we've done. You're definitely going to find out about me. That's for sure. Gaurahari's a scammer, and he needs his followers. Of course he does. I know he does. He's not doing. Don't think he's doing this out of the goodness of his heart, because he's not. I'm glad you're only 27, because now you still have your life ahead of you. You still got a life ahead of you. I was 30 when I joined, and I was 51 when I came out of it, and I was depressed, not clinically depressed, but it was depressing. Okay, it was depressing. So hey, everybody, I'm gonna call it quits here. I want to thank everybody for watching tonight, and I gotta thank Lemon Tree, man. Hey, it's great to see you. I hope you come back every time. We want you to join us in this recovery, like with not being sober and stuff, but kind of was very angry for many days. Well, yeah, I'm still angry. I'm like, ah. So yeah, Lemon Tree, you're good. I'm so glad you found us, man. I really am. And Ghana and Weird Planet, and of course, Snoggle and Fake Human, of course.
Just walk away.
And Rafal, my producer, Rafal, we got hung up on Lolita Gunga, but it was a good learning experience for everybody to see how this shit perpetuates, how it just keeps going and spreading like a virus, like a fucking virus, okay? It spreads like a virus. Ghana and Rafal, I said it, Rafal. Eliana, my moderator, thank you so much. You're the best moderator. And we had Bobby Brooks, but he bounced out. And then we had One True Love, or somebody would not tell me who their guru is. Aviator Lochan, always acting a fool. Good for you. I'm so proud of you. And Lochan, and who else? We got Jenna Morton. Great. Thanks for joining us today, Jenna. And Dagmar, of course. Dagmar is very special. Dagmar. And Prabhu Nuts. Prabhu Nuts, of course. And I think that's it. I even joined in myself. At some point, I commented. And then, so if I missed you, if I missed your name, I'm sorry. But we're going to call it quits here. I want to thank everybody. Please, please like, share, and subscribe, man. I can't tell you how great this is going for me. This YouTube channel. So more and more people joining. This is more than I ever thought. And again, with Lemon Tree joining in, it's amazing. We appreciate you. Absolutely. We look forward to seeing you again. And everybody have a great day, great morning, great night, great evening, a great afternoon. And if you're hungry, have a great brunch. And please stay out of a cult. Have some great luck and stay out of a cult. And Lemon Tree, here I am. You get to see me, Mike, when I was a Hare Krishna 20 years ago. So here we go. Here I am. And everybody, thanks everybody.